If you're staying, no matter what you are saying, you are okaying however he's playing it. So this means that you can talk until you're blue in the face. It makes no difference because men relate via action. It's one of the gender gaps in my book. Women relate via verbalization. Men relate via action. If a man knows you won't do this, he's not inspired and he won't stay committed. Hi, everyone. If you have been struggling to get the commitment you desire and deserve, this may be the one thing that your man doesn't know, and that's why he's not inspired to commit, and he likely won't stay committed. This is something that I rarely hear discussed, and we're going to discuss it tonight, because when you get this and you get the components that you have to have in order to do this, know this, embody this, you can have what it is that you desire and deserve from the man you desire. That's what I want more than anything for women here, to get not just good relationships, but relationships with the men that they truly desire. Before we get started, if you don't know who I am, you are new to my channel, you are just coming across this here, maybe it's come across your feed, wonder who is this woman? I'm Coach Paula Groves, a dating and relationship coach for women, licensed social worker and author of the book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One. I help you find Mr. Right, get an ex back, or grow an existing relationship with a man you truly desire so you create the relationship of your dreams and you level up to the complete commitment you totally deserve. The operative words there: create the relationship of your dreams. They don't just happen. We as women are the purveyors, creators, if you will, of great relationships because of my 3 C's of women, you know, from my book. We are the cooperators, the connectors, and the caretakers of the world, and men are about 3 other C's: challenge, competition, and conquering. So we need to do certain things to have the best relationships that we want and that make the man best. You know, we don't think about this much in our world because, again, we think that relationships are completely reciprocal and equal. And here's the thing: while we are equal to men, truly equal in all ways, we still couldn't be more different. It's like apples and oranges, completely equal fruit, but grow in different areas, need different things, want different things, and come out as a different fruit. Completely equal, however. So we, as women, in the scenario, need to know what works with men in order to have the relationships we want. That can sound like it's a bit unfair. And I'm here to tell you that you're right. It's a bit unfair. In other words, I think most of us would say or feel, you know, that yes, the old adage, it's a man's world. That is true on a number of levels. And I think even men would say it's easier to be a man in the world. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to be a man. Easier, yes. They don't deal with things that we have to deal with. Also, when you think about it, most men can go anywhere within reason and feel relatively safe in the world. That's not true for women when they are alone. Just think about it. Like things like that. It's, in a sense, easier to be male. And certainly within the realm of relationships, it can be certainly easier because men don't have the needs that women have. And again, just different. But I want to get to this point tonight that if you know this about men, and it's going to fly in the face of things you've been told, especially as related to like equality. That's why I'm offering this up here. I want you to guess, and if you'll put in the comments, I'm gonna love you for it. Let me give you some clues here. Let me think about those clues. And again, put in the comments, and those who already work with me or what have you, maybe you can lead the way by putting in comments. If a man knows, I'm going to say, you won't or you can't do this, then he's not as inspired to stay. And for the purposes of this video, I say stay committed. It's one thing overall that he must know deep down, and it has to do with, here's a clue, what I told you before about, this is a big clue, him needing a challenge. Take a stab at it. Why not? That if he doesn't know that you won't, you can't, you don't have it in you, clue, to do this, what would this one thing be, above all, that you need to be able to do, or he will not be as inspired by you? It's a significant and deep thing. It is walk away. Yep. Very simple, but there is a profundity about you being able to walk away that inspires him to stay. That you can take to the bank. When he knows you can walk away, you are inspiring him to stay. That is true. Now we can talk about it. This fundamental thing creates a challenge for him being a worthy opponent. That's like two equal players of any game. If you don't play the game by the rules, I easily walk away. And if a man fundamentally knows that he's got you to a point where you are so into him that you can't walk away, the challenge is gone for him. And remember, I said in the beginning, men are about three things above all: challenge, competition, conquering. Now, he's not in competition with you, but that's the three C's that fundamentally men are about. So whatever they do, whether it's work, a vocation, advocation, right, all of it, they want to be challenged to the degree that they must perform at their best. And if you can't walk away, then you're showing him, I'm going to take you however you are. It lacks the challenge, and challenge is what inspires him. Now you may say, well, what about when you get married? You're taking a vow. Yes, he is too. Taking a vow within the context of, still, there's the understanding what this is. This is a bond between the two of us. You need to fly right. And if you don't, I'll walk away. And there's something inherent in it. This is an inherent thing in males that speaks to their deepest need of competition. I think a great part of men's esteem for women, respect for women, is that women show love. It's kind of like walking softly but carrying a big stick. In other words, even if you didn't, if you end up doing it because of however much they pushed or whatever it is, as long as it's done in a way that isn't cray-cray, okay? Meaning you don't cause disturbances, you're not, off the wall dramatic. And even then, many men can be very forgiving of it. I think there is also a deep understanding that women are to be protected and softer, and that women have a long tether for them, so to speak, but that eventually that tether does come to an end if you, as the man, are not learning along with me. I don't believe that there is any time limit on it as long as you do it. When you're living by your word, men want to know that you mean what you say and you then live by what you mean and say. In other words, one of my other sayings that can really help you with this. If you're staying, no matter what you are saying, you are okaying however he's playing it. So this means that you could talk until you're blue in the face. It makes no difference because men relate via action. It's one of the gender gaps in my book. Women relate via verbalization. Men relate via action. You have to take action. And when you think about it, what I'm telling you here is men relate to your ability to take action, and they respect you taking action because that's their language. So in the walking away, and we know here, and you know that I work with it, my Lauren Beck program, 9 times out of 10, 9.5, 9.9 times out of 10. When you walk away correctly, he will be back, and he will be back ready to be better. And that's when you can reset things, restart them, and he'll never be the same because he knows through action that you can walk away. You know, if you are truly like head over heels with someone and he's not as into it, you can feel it. It doesn't lessen your desire for him that he can walk away. It kind of makes it even more like anxiety provoking a little bit that he can walk away. Well, the man needs that too. So what does that entail for us to get there, especially if we fall in love and women bond through time and sex and we've bonded to him and he's not committed? Then what do? Because we can be anxious and men can tend to be avoidant and then we're stuck with the awful feelings, right? So it really makes it imperative that we work on our self-concept and the idea that in our world, we are the entree. Our life is the entree in this meal called life. And he, as the man, is the dessert because you can sustain yourself nutritiously, health-wise, and in all ways having an entree. You don't need dessert, but it's nice to have. It's really wonderful to have. He, as the man, is the dessert. And there are going to be times when he's not even that. He's simply the cherry on top of the dessert. But when we understand this and we exude and give the energy of, you're not my raison d'etre in life. And this is an art. What we're talking about here is a little bit of the psychology. You can think of it as a little bit of the science. But I work with women on both that, but then the art of it. Because there is that mystique of the woman, which this is part of, the ability to walk away. And knowing that when we do this, it's, we've all known women that it feels like the man is just, no matter how long they've been together, the man is just awed by her, enthralled by her, will do anything for her kind of thing. Well, this is a bit created by the woman. Men love to make a woman happy, but for them to be happy, they need to know she won't take a lot of crap. She just won't walk away. She is able to do that. The ability to walk away makes him inspired to stay. So, fundamental. How do you get there? You need to be working on your subconscious programming and self-concept. And that, of course, is what you are telling yourself on a daily basis. When people say, I'm doing the work, what do they mean? Meaning attempting to be, from your consciousness, the parent you needed at the time you needed a real parent to your subconscious self, telling yourself exactly what you know consciously you are, how great you are in all ways. Things like if you say to yourself, I am enough, I am worthy, I am whatever it is that you want to embody. If you have trouble with any of that, meaning like it tweaks you, it twinges you, then you know you were programmed to believe the opposite. So if you say to yourself, you look in the mirror in the morning and you say, I love you, you are lovable, you are enough. And that triggers you to like, this feels, no, that's not true. Or something inside you doesn't feel right. You hit on something that is about your deepest programming, because women who feel enough are able to walk away. And it could be that you were anxiously attached, meaning, what is that? That is from programming. You did not get the message. And this is from your baby mind. You perceived it. Doesn't mean your parents were bad or wrong. Doesn't mean they mean or meant to give you this feeling about yourself. But you intuited from your baby mind that you were not worthy of attention, you were not lovable, you were not enough, and mom specifically was not going to be there for you, was going to leave, abandon you. You could not count on her. And at a time when your psychology did not support anything other than you being the cause of everything that happened to you. It's just a given for all humans. From birth to about age 7, which is the age of reason psychologically, when we're no longer in theta brain state, it is the time whereby we are in a hypnotizable state from 0 to 7, that we are the cause of everything that happens to us. So if you did not get the attention, the love, and make no mistake, baby needs constant, really present attention. And attention is undifferentiated from love when we're in the baby mind. It is love. And we need it from that mother figure most definitely, and as well, the father as well, but most specifically. And something, again, parents didn't mean to do anything but give you everything that they could. But this is what happens. And when we know it as an adult, how do we know it? We know it if we continue to have relationships fraught with our own anxiety, feeling unworthy, getting heartbroken, something. I was talking to someone yesterday, and was simply that she was conditioned, programmed not to be able to trust. And what happens when these things happen to us as a baby, they keep getting reinforced. It's like we all come out of the womb, and wherever we come out of the womb in the world, according to what mom and dad speak or whatever, that's what we speak. We are conditioned to speak whatever language it is in our environment. And it's through constant repetition that we come out just knowing, because it's imprinted in our subconscious mind, how to speak that language. You don't even have to think about it. So it's like that we keep reinforcing the belief system that was ever put in us, right? The little ding that happened to our psyche, that mom was taken away. That doesn't mean mom had to work 12 hours a day to put food in our mouths. Whether the good reason, the bad reason, the unfortunate reason, mom passed away, whatever it is, we not only have it in our lives, we caused it. How deep is that, right? So we didn't give enough attention. We're the cause. Not worthy, not enough, not lovable. We have got to be reinforcing every day that we are, because when we feel enough and thus can walk away, then he will stay. Irony of it. So whatever's going on for you, whether you're online dating, whether you want to get a man back, whether you have a relationship that you want to get to commitment, we can make that happen for you. That's what I'm all about here. So if you all will do me a favor, I want to get to that 2,300 mark. So if you know anyone, if you will share this and hit that like icon, because that helps the algorithms. I'm deeply appreciative. I love being here with you all on knowing more to make the relationships all that they want it to be. I totally looking for those to be on the podcast so that I can talk to you as well. That's another thing. You can write to Michelle at that address that I just gave out and say, I want to be on Paula's podcast. I want to talk with her in a coaching conversation anonymously. Please do. And in the meantime, I really, truly am grateful for all of your help here in growing the channel, growing this community so we can get to more Wonder Women like all of you and give out the love far and wide. So with that, thank you for tonight. I'm going to love and leave you. Check out the other videos, like and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all. Bye.